Hello and welcome back to one of our mini training sessions on Workbooks CRM aimed at existing Workbooks users or indeed anyone seriously looking at Workbooks as a new CRM solution. And in this one, we're going to cover email templates. An email template then is a pre-written, reusable email message format that serves as a sort of master copy for all of those frequently sent messages that you may want to send to your customers and prospects. It contains the standard text, the layout, the formatting, the design elements, and designated spaces for inserting personalized information like the recipient's name, dates, or specific details from a record in Workbooks CRM. And it can be automatically filled in, of course, or manually customized for each recipient. Now, the key benefit of an email template is that it maintains consistent messaging and branding while saving you time by eliminating the need to write these repeated emails from scratch all over again. And as well as saving you time, of course, sending it through CRM, it's going to show up in the history of emails that we send to that contact. In this session then, we're going to show you how to use and create new templates from scratch using the example of a typical example of a thanks for your inquiry message. So imagine the scenario: you get a new lead, a new inquiry, you enter them into CRM, and this might be one of the first things that you're going to send to that particular contact. Hello then, my name is Tim Wilmot, joined by my colleague Stuart Lawrence and Hyde, and our company, Wizard Systems. We're a leading independent CRM solutions provider of systems like Workbooks, and we help out organizations use simple solutions to improve three areas of their business: sales, marketing, and customer service. So thanks for joining us today, those of you on here live for this little mini training session on Workbooks 101 that we normally hold on a Wednesday, and part of a regular series of events that we focus on different topics in and around Workbooks. And as I say, in this one, we're going to cover email templates. Now, the audio part of this call is one way only. If you've got a question, please pop that into the question section on your meeting control panel, and we'll do our best to answer those at the end. Okay, let me pass over to my colleague, Stuart then.
Thank you, Tim. So as Tim mentioned, templates are time savers. So here's a scenario. Let me see if this sounds familiar. You're right. A lovely email, only to find that you've got to send it to the same person at 2 or 3 other recipients later on. Or a colleague asks you about an email you've sent, as they'd like to send the same email to one of their contacts. This all involves copying the text from the original email into the body of a new email. So what's the solution? Best templates. And this is where we build the body of the email containing all or almost all of the text we need. We then can add a few merge fields so that we're not cutting and pasting names and company details into it. Let me show you what I mean. I've got Alan's record open here, and the scenario Tim gave us was that this person has visited our website. So I could send him an email. Hi, Alan, see, I'm not the fastest typist in the world. Thank you. And I'm going to be here sometime. There has to be a quicker way. And there is. There we go. The system has done all the hard work. It's decided who we're sending it. It's added a subject. It's added the body of the text. Now the text is just text. I can tweak it. I can personalize it a little bit, but that's ready to go. And I could quite easily send it on its way. So how does that all work? How does that all come together? So let's save this and see what we can do. Right. If we go to Start and Marketing and Templates, and click on all templates. Now, the one we just used was sales follow-up. And here's the template. So the name that we've given, that's the name that will appear in the drop-down. And here are the merge fields. So this at something at is a merge field. And we can just send this to send it on its way. But I'm going to tweak this just a little bit to show you how easy this is. I will add with your account manager. Don't know if I should have a comma, but I'll put a comma in there. If I scroll down, I can add a merge field. So let's save that. Pop back to Alan's record. And now when we send the same email, you've got your account manager, Daniel. Really easy, really quick. So that's an email template based on the people record. But the beauty of Workbooks is we can create templates for any of the record types within Workbooks. This means we can get quite clever merge fields to build the body of an email for you. I won't go into too much depth on this, but I'll show you what I mean. Let me close a page here. So we've got all these various options up here. If we go and have a look at transactions and I open a customer, one of the beauties of Workbooks is that we can build a template for just a record type. And this is just a template, exactly the same way I just built that one and added the text. But this one happens to be putting in details about a quote. So how's that built? Well, we know this is called quick quote. So if we go and find that simple quotation, and there it is. And we put these side by side so you can sort of see how they all put together. And they're just merge fields. You decide what fields you want in the system. Add simple formatting like tables and the colors that you want. But again, the system will do all the hard work for you and it will put it all together. So all you're doing is building the layout and deciding what merge fields you want to appear where on that document. And remember, you can use these email templates throughout the system. This was a quote, but organizations, contracts, there's 20 plus different areas within Workbooks where all this will work for you. So that's probably one of the easiest things here is layouts when you get into it. So, I mean, I've gone from a really quick template to a complex template, but the idea is the same. Prepare the text, include the placeholders, so the record of information is used to personalize the email. And the idea is this will just save you time from having to write the same email and or similar emails over and over again. And there we go, a really simple trip into creating email templates in Workbooks. I'll hand you back to Tim.
Thanks very much, Stuart. So, yeah, you just got to think about those emails that you and your colleagues are sending out on a repeated basis, common emails, and they're going to be obvious candidates to turn them into a template. And it really is easy for creating and amending these templates. Right. Just while you might be thinking of those of you on here live, while you might be thinking of any questions for us, just a quick overview of Wizard Systems. Then again, we do supply a number of different CRM solutions, including Workbooks. As regards Workbooks, we provide a complete service. We provision the product, we can customize it for you, provide training for you at your place, our place near Bristol or online, and the ongoing help desk support as well. We're here when you need us. Right, Stuart, we've got, looks like there's three questions. First question from Noah. Can you set up different templates for different inquiries? For example, customer asks for product A, then they get the template A.
Yes, sort of building on what we just did. Now, the easiest way for this might be to use something we didn't talk about today called snippets. And these work with templates, and they're sort of blocks of text that you can drop in to an email. So you could have snippets about a particular product, and then instead of having to go and find it and send it, you just click the snippet and it puts that block of text straight into the email for you. So a mixture of the two would get you the email that you're after.
Okay. Next question from Jean. How does it handle another country, location, language? If we get an inquiry from France, or it might be Jean. If we get an inquiry from France, we want to pick the French template automatically. So I guess a template in French.
Okay. Well, obviously building the template in French would just be a case of doing exactly that. And the trick you would have is making it available. This sounds like it would probably need a report that's looking at a field on the record that sets the language. So then when you go and pick the emails in the drop down, it would only show you those templates that are available to French contacts. But yeah, a mixture of templates and a report on looking at a field would get you there.
So it is doable. Anthony, can we set up different approval workflows for email templates? For example, having marketing, I guess a marketing person, approve templates created by the sales team before they go live. And can we track which version of a template was used when?
Yes, I suppose I want to say yes-ish. There isn't like a section for preview, that sort of thing inside the template builder, but you can stop a template being available to be used publicly by the sharing feature. So you could have it so that someone can just edit one to start with before they make it usable. It's not exactly answering the question, but it's probably the closest. And as it comes to versions, what you could do is, if you start with the master one that you had and then you've tweaked it over time, you could clone it, or in Workbooks it's just copy. Then when you copy it, you could then amend it to say that this is version 1, version 2. The system has its own codes and indexes in there, but I think actually if you copy and use your own naming convention as you go, you'll have much better control over it.
Yeah, I guess we're concerned about like an exponential rise in templates being created. Of course, there'd be a pecking order of users in Workbooks, and normally an administrator would be the person, the type of user that creates new templates after discussing it with the team. Right, okay, I think that's it, Stuart, on those. Right, just in wrapping things up then, we are currently on 7.4 of Workbooks. We're doing an advanced course on Workbooks next week. Please contact us for details on that. And if you've got any future topic suggestions for us to handle with Workbooks, we're likely to do the audit module next week. That's like an add-on extension to Workbooks. We'd like to cover that. But if you've got any other ideas, please drop us a line. We'd be happy to consider those. So thanks very much, those of you on here live, or if you're watching a recording. Thanks very much, and we'll catch up with you soon for another Workbooks topic. Thanks very much indeed. Bye-bye.